my curly hair care tips that have helped me in my own hair support journey and taking care of the kiddos. And I feel like there's really kind of just two real main things to hit on and that have really helped me understand, and still I continue to go back to day in and day out, is hair porosity and hair layering of the products, LCO or LOC method. So I'm going to hit on those real quick for you. So first things first, what is hair porosity and why is it important? These two have been so huge for me in helping to understand why my hair is doing what it's doing, why the girls' hair is doing what it's doing, and how to live with it. So hair porosity is the hair's ability to absorb and maintain moisture. That's all it is. And it is all determined by your hair's cuticle, the very outermost layer of the hair shaft. There's three layers. The outside, the one that you touch, is your cuticle. It's layered kind of like scales. Imagine scales. And they're either open or they're like closed. They're just kind of chilling. Okay? So with that being said, there are three main types of porosity categories. You have low, normal, and high. So for your low porosity, for example, mine, I categorize it under low porosity. There are tests that you can do with a cup of water, a clean hair strand, and it'll float or sink. You're seeing your hair's ability to absorb and maintain the moisture. But I love to see it in the shower. I don't like just doing one hair strand. I love seeing the whole picture. So try it and see how your hair or the curls respond to water. Is it taking a long time for water to like penetrate, soak the hair? That's what you're looking for. And so for low porosity, they are tightly closed cuticle. So your hair is going to have a hard time opening up to receive in water, to receive in the moisture. And this type of hair, once it retains the moisture and product, it retains it well once it's actually absorbed. But getting it to actually penetrate, that's where the difficulty comes in. Normal hair, it's a nice balance. It absorbs the water quickly, doesn't really dry out quickly. And this is where high porosity comes in. It is a very open hair cuticle. This is your hair strand, this is your cuticle. It's very open. And it's quick to absorb that moisture because it's so open, but it is also very quick to lose that moisture because it is so open. And open hair cuticles, your high porosity, it is more tone to frizz, because frizz is trying to pull moisture from the environment. So that, and those are going to require a little bit more attention in your like styling out of your shower type of a process. So those are the three types of porosity, and understanding those has helped me immensely in kind of getting a foothold, a base hold of okay, how is my hair needing moisture or hydration? Is it taking a long time? What's going on? Experiment. The only way you're going to get better with the curls is to really pay attention to your steps. So knowing and observing is going to help you know what products to put on who and when. For example, low porosity hair, the ones that it's really hard to get product and water in, they benefit from lightweight water-based, so it won't weigh down your hair. So if you have like thin hair, it's kind of hard to get water in it, lightweight products are going to help you out. But high porosity, they really thrive and rich. And I feel like for these, my hair also, it does love buttery products. So with this part, I really stress experimentation. Like, you're going to have to play around with your products more than once, and layering your products more than once, so you can really see what your specific curls or the curls that you're dealing with really like. And also, knowing your porosity is going to help in the application of it. And this is where the LOC, the LCO method that I'm going to touch on in a second, that's you'll get a better understanding of product application, product layering. When do I need to add the oil? Before, right after I get out of the shower, all that stuff. Let me see. Go back to my notes, guys. I have my trusty notes. High porosity hair that likes to frizz, sealing the cuticle from the surface with cold water. The high porosity hair loves that. While lower porosity hair, like mine, where it's hard for that cuticle to open, it likes steam. It likes heat. It likes steam to help open up to allow the products in. So I like to take a little, like a steamy shower to help open it up. They also have like hair dryer steamers and stuff, if you don't want a full as, shower. Knowing your porosity is also, like I said, helping in their maintenance support for those curls that usually tend to have those buttery products. I like to use definitely clarifying shampoos into the routine. Everyone, I feel, should have clarifying shampoos, especially if you utilize out of shower products. But high porosity frizzers, those who like the frizz, who are prone to frizz, protein treatments are very beneficial to help strengthen your cuticle. And the same is kind of goes into your styling support. Lower porosity hair might benefit from just air drying or styles that don't utilize heat a lot, so you're not putting on heat protection, you know, thus causing more product buildup. So understanding and really experimenting with your products is going to help you in your curly journey, and you have to experiment. You're gonna be doing it more than once, but once you do pay attention, it's gonna be key. So for the LOC and LCO methods you may have heard about, come across in Curly Girl Talk, it is the layering of products. L stands for liquid, O stands for oil, and C stands for cream. And it really depends on the hair type. Experimenting with each method is going to show you which your hair is going to enjoy. And honestly, it might change. It might change. But at least having a basis and kind of an understanding of what and why, I think, is going to be very beneficial. It was for me. So dryness is a curly girl's worst enemy. It just is. Dryness. So the primary goal of these methods is to maintain that moisture. Add it and maintain it. So like I said, L is liquid. Water is the most superior form of liquid. Water, water, water. We just came out with a refresh spray, and it is phenomenal. If you want, you can replace that of water, but you can also use water, spritz it down just a little bit, and then add some refresh spray because it's got some goodies, some extra goodness in there. So liquid, we want our hair wet. We want to work with curls wet. They are manageable and easy to deal with, less breakage when they are wet versus dry. So we're always going to add liquid first. And then for the LOC method, liquid, oil, cream, we're adding oil right after you add that liquid. So oil when your hair is damp. to lock in that moisture. Imagine your hair strand, it's nice and open, water's come in, and now we're gonna put oil to really soak in that water. And because our oil penetrates all 3 layers, it's really taking that water and locking it in all 3 layers. And you're using cream to seal it all up. An extra layer of seal. And our products are so good at absorption, so I love that you're getting so much goodness in all 3 layers. So I'm gonna switch over to the other method, liquid cream oil, and they're doing the same thing. We're adding moisture with that water, and now with our cream, we're locking in that moisture, we're locking in that water with the cream, and then we're using oil to seal in that cream. And imagine, because our oil is pulling in through all 3 layers, it's like wanting to grab the cream through and really sealing it in. So I want you to really kind of envision what you want your products to do for you in this application, in the specific day that you're working on your hair. So it's the same goal, different method. Work with it, and you'll find what works for you. So I have just a couple of notes here that I thought were very interesting. Using cream before oil will help seal in moisture from the surface, and it's going to make your curls feel lighter. Thin hair, you might feel a little weighed down because, you know, your hair strands are thin. And in that case, I would opt for maybe like the Restore Leave-In. It's a light leave-in, or even a detangle spray that's very light, but it's also got really nice leave-in properties, or also the Rejuvenate Oil Light. Nice on your strands, very very good at absorbing, obviously. Use methods on your hair, and you'll see how it responds. And also, you know, sometimes adding this or that will affect your hairstyle. You know, sometimes you need to add a jelly and then your oil. So definitely play around with the products, and you're gonna have to pay attention and dedicate 2 washes, one for one method, one for the other, to really see what works for you. Let me know, because these tips have been life-changing for me, and I hope they are for you.